Are you listening?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shantae, and today in my world, I'm here to talk to y'all today about self-care. Self-care is very important, so this video is not only for myself, this is for all my viewers out there that do not practice self-care on a day-to-day basis, on a month-to-month basis, on a week-by-week basis, whatever. If you don't do self-care or you don't take it seriously, this video is for you. And it's also for me because it's like, girl, practice what you preach, period. So self-care by itself is really just how it sounds. You're taking care of yourself. So self-care describes the conscious act to promote one's physical, mental, and emotional health. All those three factors are very important, and that's the reason self-care is important. So the reason I say I need to be practicing what I preach is because a while back, almost like 9 or 10 months ago, I made a video before about self-care, and I feel like around that time when I made the video, I was actually, trying to get myself consistent on practicing self-care techniques. So self-care is just, making sure that you're doing what you need to do for yourself first, taking care of your health, eating correctly, getting sleep. It's just all different examples of what you can do to help yourself. But back to me. So I just feel like back then when I actually did the video, I was practicing those techniques. I was doing different things, but it's like everything just did a 360. So with the world still upside down, the pandemic still going on, I feel like it's very hard to try to practice self-care. And the only reason I feel that way is because for me personally, I feel like it's so much going on. It's just so much going on in the world. COVID supposedly went away for a while, or they act as though it's dead. And it really didn't, of course, because we're actually getting numbers back and it's increasing and it's just coming back. And it's like sooner or later we might be on a shutdown again. So it's like we have that going on. And then just me in general, I just feel like it'd be so much going on in my head and so much that I'm trying to do for myself, so much that I do for others, so much that I'm just putting on my plate. And it's like, Shantae, you have to really focus on yourself and make sure that you're taking care of yourself because, like I stated before, there's no way you can be giving your all to somebody or a situation if that's not how you feel about yourself. So I am really here today to state the obvious that I have not been practicing self-care and that I need to really start sticking to what I'm saying because it's important. And when I notice that I have not practiced self-care, I just don't be feeling like myself. And I always say your energy transfers. So it's like, if your energy is not up to par, you cannot promote it to anyone else. For example, if I'm having a bad day, my energy is low, my energy is not good, it's not at a high level, and I'm trying to go somewhere with somebody or try to help them with a problem or try to just help them in general, my energy is going to rub off, which means if I'm bad energy at the moment, it's just going to give it to them. And I don't want that. And another example I could give you is one that I had actually stated before. To me, self-care reminds me of love. I cannot be saying, I love this, I love that, I love that person, I love this, whatever else, this and that, if I don't have it for myself or I'm not promoting that. So it's just like, you can't tell somebody you love them and all this if you don't even feel that way about yourself. And so energy, love, self-care, all those things work hand in hand. And I just feel like you have to be one with yourself before you can be out there for anybody else. So I'm going to practice really getting into the fields of self-care. So I know that it's just plenty of things you can do. Like I said before, physically, some people like to work out. Mentally, people might meditate. They might read a book. Emotionally, people might just sit, light a candle. Some of the things that I actually like to do. And I just feel like I haven't done those things. And I know that it's definitely time to really get focused on that. And I feel like that's first. Taking care of yourself is more important than trying to take care of somebody else. And self-care and taking care of yourself is not being selfish. Do not let somebody try to tell you that is, because it's not. I just feel like if you're wanting to give yourself to somebody in any type of shape or form, you're going to have to make sure that you're up on what you need to be up on. And that's really being yourself and giving yourself everything that you need. And so that's why I'm like, I'm really talking to myself and everybody else that don't practice. I just feel like we all deserve it and we all need it. And if you don't do it on a day-to-day basis, try to do it once a month, try to do it weekly, bi-weekly, whatever. But whether it's 20 minutes, whether it's an hour, whatever you can get the time for, just make sure that you practice it. And I just really believe that to be true. And I just really want to get into that for myself so that it just makes sense. I just want to know that what I'm saying to you all is definitely the advice that I'm taking for myself. And it's easier said than done. I just feel like when you're used to ripping and running, or you doing something for somebody else, or you just got a lot on your plate, it's hard to kind of give yourself that time or that energy or that space that you need. And so I know that it's like, okay, it is easier said than done. It is a lot that you have to do sometimes in 24 hours, and you don't know where the day has went because you've been ripping and running from the morning to the night. But it's like, you be drained and drowsy and dead, by then. So it's just like, you want to definitely focus and make sure that you're making it make sense for not only yourself, but people around you. Because like I said, those energy transfers, and you do not want to send bad energy to nobody, because then it's just going to be like an argument. They don't know where it's coming from, why you acting like that, why you sounding like that. And at the end of the day, it wouldn't have nothing to do with them at all. So this video was really just going to be short and sweet. I was not going to do nothing too long, too crazy. I'm just reminding you all to practice self-care, telling myself, really make it a priority. If you get your hair done, if you get your nails done, if you go out every other week with your family to dinner, anything like that, that you make a priority because it's important, make it important to know that self-care is something that you need to do for yourself every so often. And like I said, I like to, sit in silence. I will be in my apartment with nothing on. No, my cell phone is not in my hand. My TV is not on. I don't have no music playing. Nothing like that. Like, I literally like to sit in silence sometimes because it's just like a peace of mind for me. And so I don't care how long I do that for, but that peace that you get just having it completely silent, it's just something, it does something to me. Or like I stated before in my last video, my last video with self-care. Let's make that make sense, because I don't want you to go look at my last video like, girl, you was not talking about self-care. But in my last self-care video, I also said sometimes, like when I pull up to my apartment, I just be pulling up in my parking spot and I just be sitting in my car for like 15 minutes or 20 minutes doing nothing. Like, I don't know, I guess you get that sense of relief because I'm pulled up to my house and there's like nothing else that I need to do or nothing else that needs to be done for the day. I don't have to rip and run nowhere. I don't have to do nothing else for nobody or just anything. So it's the little things that counts to me. Lighting a candle, getting that smell, that aroma in the air. So anything that can just give you that boost of energy and make you feel some type of way, still allowing you to be at peace, still feeling like you're actually putting yourself first and doing something for yourself, is a part of self-care. And everybody should take it very seriously and make it a priority. So guys, I just want to say that for this video. And I want to say, like this video, comment down below. If you have anything else that you feel like is a good self-care technique, let me know. It may be something that I could practice, and maybe something I could add in. Because first off, I just need to start doing it and stop talking about it and get myself back on track. It's like these months are flying by so fast. We're already in August, really about to be in September. And it's like, I don't want them to keep on going past so fast and feeling like I'm still not doing nothing for me. So it's like, whether I'm sitting down, literally not doing nothing, I still want it to be something for me. And I mentioned before too, like, self-care is not only just you having to be by yourself. If you want to have self-care with somebody, a friend, a family member, anything like that, anything that makes you feel good inside, you do that, because that's important too. Just because it's self-care don't mean that you necessarily have to be to yourself, but it's just the principle of like making yourself feel good, making you be at peace, making that it's nothing negative coming your way. You feel good about the situation that you're in. So if that's with a family member, if that's with a guy friend, a girlfriend, your mom, anybody, if that is how that makes you feel and it feels great and you want to consider that a part of your self-care, make it a priority. So guys, yeah, like it, comment down below, let me know any other technique that you all have that you utilize. Share this video because it's probably one of your friends, family members, co-workers, anybody. They probably ain't doing self-care either. And we all need to know that it's important. I can't say that word enough. And yeah, subscribe to my channel. You know, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, if you want to continue to be a part of this family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I love when you in my world. Y'all know me like this. But yeah, I didn't want to talk y'all heads off. This wasn't going to be a long video. I just want y'all to know, and I wanted to remind myself, make sure that we are knowing and we are understanding self-care is a priority. It's important. And we need to get on it. All right, guys, until my next video. Thank you for tuning into my world. Bye.
Are you listening?
Hey, 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 hey. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Don't talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae.
I'ma talk about it, okay?
Only place I wanna be is in Shantae's world. Only place I wanna be is in Shantae's world. Only place I wanna be is in Shantae's world. Only place I wanna be is in Shantae's world. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Don't talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Don't talk about it, Shantae. Hey.